but if you can help it, you don't really want to do it. Also on these street fittings, you got like a little crease on either side here. You want to make sure you get that clean real good with the wire brush. It's going to take a little longer than the regular fittings. And remember, you don't want to touch that. So what I do, I take that like that. Make sure we got our hub clean good. And cut clean. Stick it in that valve and then pull this out. Now remember what we talked about earlier. This has an up. You want to make sure that's facing up before you fit this together. Kind of critical on that. Let's see. Oh, we need another street clean. So it's going to look similar to what we got here. Might have to use a handle extension on this, which is par for the course anymore. Make sure your valve goes all the way up in that fitting. So you want it sparkling. Also, when you're cleaning the hubs, if you push your brush in, it'll just favor the one side. You want to make sure that your brush is straight and that it cleans all areas inside. Make sure there's no divots or anything. Get this in here. This one's not going to slide in for me. So when I heat this, I'm going to have to shove this together here. Make sure it's pushed all the way up as well. the flux wiped off?
Yeah, it's fine.
Now ideally you want this part in the middle of your opening. So you need to get an idea where to mark that pipe. A little tricky. This should give us our up and down here. Yep, and then double check, make sure you're in the middle here. Now see where I marked it? It's going to be too short. So I know that now. So what I'm going to do is cut it just a little longer than I need it. A little bit longer. Once around, back up. Now you can go all the way around. And don't forget to ring your pipes, guys. Now remember, it's going to be sharp after you play with that. Make sure all the shavings are out. Now this part we're going to do later. There's a little spot there. Use this 4-way to clean this. You want to push it in about a 1/4 inch sticking out. And then clean. Just spin it a few times and just kind of slowly pull it. And that'll clean that all the way down. When in doubt, go back up. When you put the flux on, you want to be at least 1 inch with the flux. You want to make sure when you push it in there that's got enough there. Now that's probably more than enough, but carefully slide through here. Let's see if we can get that in there now. Might be a little bit of a trick. Alright, I got that. Yeah, this one over here is where it's going to be a little tricky on. Remember I said it didn't bottom. It didn't bottom that way, so we're going to have to get it shoved that way. That's a little bit cocky, isn't it? Let's see. I don't know, I'm thinking about some stuff. I'm concerned about this joint at the bottom. And I'm concerned that it's tipped. Let's see. I need I got an idea. A little piece of just the right size. Now you want to make sure it looks straight. Coming out. Now, what I'm concerned, I'm going to be playing around with this. Let's go ahead and close the door. Anywho, so what I'm going to do is heat this side up and try to draw it in there a little bit. It's going to be a little tricky because we got a 2x4 right here. Got to keep that in mind. And then always look up, make sure that your shower riser didn't turn on you. I've had that happen where it was at a 45-degree angle and I sweated this in and then realized after the fact. So make sure that's straight just in case they didn't put an anchor or something up there. So we're going to need the torch. And let's see. I might have to do this in sections. Let's see now. Yeah, it's a shame that one fitting didn't bottom for me. This one over here. Because I have a feeling that's going to cause us some grief. Trying to do this.